Hey, it's o2manyfish. It is Thursday, July 11th, and we did an update earlier today on our 400-gallon reef, but there was some glare, so I'm doing a shot at night, and then I'm also sharing with you one of those stupid things we do sometimes. So, they talk about just throwing your money away in this hobby, and so this is going to be one of those throwaway moments, but I'm going to share it with you, and perhaps in 6 months we'll update this video, or probably not this video, we'll make a new video and say, hey, look what I found. Anyways, for those of you not aware, this is my 400-gallon reef tank. It's packed with corals and fish. We have all kinds of nice big fish. We've got my wife's Achilles tang, which is a full-size adult, happy, healthy fish. We've got a pair of gold flake angels. We have a giant hippo tang, gem tang, a trio of Bellis angels, black tang, starky damsels, some various anthias. There's one of our female Bellis. There's the larger of our pair of joculators, 9 yellow tangs, 3 purple tangs, one very, 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 very obese female target mandarin, which means somewhere there's a male close by. There's one of our regals back there. We have a pair of regals. And there's our copper band over on that side of the tank. And if you've watched any of my videos, I'll try to stop moving the camera, you know I like tiny fish. So one of my favorites is my little barnacle blenny down here, who's literally keeping a hole going as the coral grows around him. How cool is that guy? And if we come across the bottom, right here, whoop, there he is. There's one of my sailfin blennies. Tiny little guy. I'll zoom out, give you an idea. He's still there. That's how tiny that fish is. So in a 400-gallon tank, it's possible, we'll come around this side, to have tiny fish that do really well. Here's a little neon goby. And if we watch over on this side of the tank, there's a red cap that comes out from over here, usually sits on this rock as well. There's another one of our starky damsels. And if we come down here, there's some more different little sailfins and stuff hiding around. But as small as those guys are, they're not as small as these guys. So these are trimagobies from Costa Rica. These guys are really, 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 really small. How small are they? Well, let's see if we can give you an example of how small they are, in case you didn't get the idea of that's a shoebox. So these are really tiny fish, but we're going to put a little bit of Reef Nutrition. There's a plug for Reef Nutrition Beta Brine in there. And if you compare them to the size of Beta Brine, you'll see that they are not very big fish. They're also not very active. Right now they're sitting on the bottom. Hopefully when they get acclimated, they'll sit just above the bottom of the tank, happily in a coral. So we're going to take these tiny little fish and put them into this great big tank. And so normally not such a good idea, because they will obviously easily fit in the mouth of even somebody with as small a mouth as that. So what we're going to do is we're going to load the tank on one end. And when I say load the tank, we're going to push our flow off button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to slow down and stop all the pumps in the tank. And then we're going to pour our beta brine on this side of the tank. So that will hopefully keep everybody... Oh, look, here comes one of our pseudos out. I love these guys. If you've ever been a fan of pseudochromis, you've always wanted the Arabians, but now that they're tank raised, they are great community fish, although he didn't stay out very long. There's one of a trio of our flamebacks. If I step back, we'll see who else comes out to play. I think that was the small joculator over there. There's the big joculator over there. Chevron tang shot in the back. We have big gold flake out. That's the small misbarred regal angel. There's the bigger one behind it. All right, so we're gonna add a little bit more food over here. Okay, and while everybody sits out, for most of the part, hangs out over here, we're gonna come over here. I guess we should put some food on this side of the tank too. But we'll put that on this corner. So that goes over there. And now we're gonna put the fish in over here. And would you believe it? Both fish stuck to the bottom of the shoebox and did not come out. There's one, there's the other one. All right, there's one little guy out. Oh, geez. And he's gone into a rock. So there's one fish we will probably never see again. And here's the second one. And he's thinking, come on, thinking. And he's gone. All right. So that was exciting. If I told you they were $5 fish, you'd probably go, well, that's still a waste of $10. If I told you they were $100 fish, you'd probably laugh. How about this? They were neither. And just like that, bada boom, bada bing, they are gone. So watch for an update, and we'll see if we can, if we ever see them again. I have had luck with these kind of tiny fish before. I got the Eviota gobies from Bali and put like a dozen in and never saw them again. And then probably 8 months later, 2 of them showed up, gone for like 3 days and then gone. And then a few months later, 1 of them showed up. So you never quite know. One time we added some, my wife likes firefish. I like firefish. Firefish like to fly out of the tank, as if, I guess, there was a fire somewhere else they needed to be to. But the last time we added a group of firefish on one side of the tank, all of a sudden we had 2 firefish show up on the other side of the tank that were much bigger and older. So if you have a reef tank that's this packed with rock and places to hide, you never really know what's in there. Here's a nice shot of some of the anthias hanging out with us. And I'm hoping we'll get one more glance at these guys. But you know what? That's just like holding my breath. Not going to happen. All right. So we'll sign off. Bye-bye.